Hi everyone, my name is Jerome and welcome to my channel. I just thought to create a content where you will see me coding and programming in real time in a recording. Maybe we'll do it live next time around. It'll be fun. And anyway, we are gonna be creating a fully working computer program using JavaScript as our language. It's not a big project, of course, because we wanted to finish it in a short period of time, in a short video. Yeah, it's a cool project, but we'll try our best to do it in the shortest period of time as possible. Let's get started. Alright guys, so you're seeing here right here a blank HTML and a blank JavaScript file. Let's just delete that so you can see we're starting from scratch. So let's start by creating an HTML boiler template. So we're gonna be creating a 24-hour timer, right? When I was starting to learn JavaScript, in programming in general, I was fascinated on how timer works. I was wondering how programmers do it. So now I'm gonna show you how I do it. So let's start by, I'll just go ahead and paste this title right here so we can see the preview. H1 tag. Let's put here, let's see, this is a simple JavaScript program. Simple JavaScript program. I think that's good enough. All right, and maybe 24-hour timer using JavaScript and HTML. Okay. All right, so let's start. So I'm gonna be using H1 and then the span element, so we can put the preview for the time. You can use any HTML tag for this one. You can even use a paragraph if you want to. I just want to use a span because I wanted a bigger preview, because we're not gonna be using CSS, I think, on this one, just HTML and JavaScript. So yeah, we need the span elements here so I can target it, and everything here is big because it's enclosed with an H1 tag. So the first one should be the hours. Okay, so this is the display hours. All right, we need ID. You know that, right? This is not super beginner course. It's for those who already have HTML background and JavaScript. But if you don't have a background yet and you're watching this video, you're cool, you're great. Maybe you wanted to learn, okay, and you're curious how it looks like when you're doing something like this. Anyway, so yeah, we have created an ID for each element right over here. We have hours, minutes, and seconds. Maybe we need buttons, right, for start, so we can trigger the program. We also need maybe stop, right, as well as reset button. Okay, of course we also need an ID for, let's say, start btn. Let's copy this right over here. This one should be stop btn and this one is reset btn. All right, so we're done with HTML. We're gonna be proceeding. We're done with HTML basically. So we're gonna be working on our JavaScript file. Okay, JavaScript is the programming language of the web. Okay, you see it everywhere in the website. Netflix is using it, right? Almost every website. Anyway, yeah, we're gonna be needing to link our script right over here, script.js. Okay, there you go. Perfect. So let's see if it's working. The classic hello world program. Refresh the page. There you go, hello world, and it's working. All right, so let's delete that. Now we need to grab everything here in our JavaScript. Just need to copy that. We're not going to be using that. I just need to see to make sure that we have the correct ID. So let display hours is equals to document that query selector display hours. Alright, so we got that. So we're creating variables for each HTML elements. And just copy right over here, trying to make this fast so we can finish this maybe 10 or 15 minutes. Alright, so next is the we need 3 more variables for the buttons. Okay, stop button, reset button, and we can now delete this. Now that we are able to grab all the HTML elements, we need to create the variable for the timer. We also need for the hour, minutes. This is the variable that will really hold the numbers. I mean, the actual number. This one are just for HTML elements. Okay, we need to set it to 0. And seconds. We also need a counter, okay, to increment the numbers. So now let's start with the start button. Add event listener. Click. When we click it, what's gonna happen when we click it? Is this the correct syntax? Okay, there you go. So yeah, let's say if it's working. When we click it, alright, should trigger the alert. See, there you go, working. Alright, so we can delete this. It's working. We can now start with our timer. We can set it to interval. Inside that interval, the first parameter is function. The second parameter is the time. 1000 milliseconds. That means 1 second. If you put here 2, that's 2 seconds. 3 seconds. We're putting it to 1. That means everything, all the codes in here, inside the timer, will be executed every 1 second. And what we need to do is to increment the counter every 1 second. Alright. And then we can set the value for seconds equal to my counter. So whatever the value of the my counter will be passed to my seconds variable, and then we can now display the seconds. So our display for seconds is right over here. We could say display that inner HTML is equals my seconds, and let's see if it works. Start. There you go. But as you can see, there's only 1 digit. It makes sense, all right? Because there's only 1 digit up to 9, but if it's 10, 11, there's 2 digits. So we want to make sure that when we start the timer, that it's also 2 digits. Instead of 1, it should be 0, 1, 0, 2, 0, 3, and so on and so forth, right? So what we can do is we can do something like this. We can concatenate 0. All right, it's just a string. It's just an illusion for us, so we can see. I mean, that there's a 0 before the first digit. Okay, so we can comment this out. Let's see. Start. So you can see 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And the problem is when it's already 2 digits, now we have 3 digits for 10 onwards. Okay, so we need an if statement for that. So we also need this one. We can say that if, for example, if my seconds is greater than 9, it should be this, right? Alright, so else it should be this. Okay, that's the correct logic, right? And of course, we know that after 60 seconds we should start incrementing the minutes. Okay, 59, then there's no 60, it doesn't display 60, so we have to take note of that. And then when it reaches 0, we should start counting 1 here, 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on and so forth. So we can say here, if my seconds is greater than 59, that means it's 60, right? We can say we can reset it. My counter, what's my counter? We can reset it to 0, right? And then minutes, we need to start incrementing the minutes, plus, right? And then we have to display, we cannot display 60, so we have to tell the computer to display 0, 0. Okay, yeah, I think that works. And this one right here, this should be else if. Okay, let's put it back right over here. In JavaScript, the sequence is very important. If you will try to put this first here, and then this one is the last, you will get different results. So I'm trying to make this to finish this as possible. So I'll try to minimize explaining some concepts, since this is already more at the intermediate level. Okay, not a beginner level tutorial. It's not even a tutorial. Alright, even if this is not a formal tutorial, you will still at least learn a thing or two from this one. Okay. Alright, so what I did is just I copied just this one, because the minutes, we need to display minutes now. Okay. In the seconds, we started incrementing minutes when it's already greater than 59. So it's the same concept. Okay. So you can put here a comment. We could say start counting seconds. Okay, that's the comment. Here, start counting minutes. Alright, I think that's good. So this should be, this will become my minutes. Okay, minutes. This will become my hours. Is that my hours? Yeah, it should be an S. Okay. Alright, should be minutes here. Okay, display minutes, display minutes. Alright, so I hope you're following me. So the same thing, if minutes is greater than 9, we have to display in display minutes that HTML, which is right here, which is this one, right? This part, the middle one. Okay, and then for if it's below 9 or 1 through 9, we need to concatenate it with 0 before the first digit. Okay, so if the minutes is greater than 59, we need to start incrementing hours. Alright, and the minutes should be 0, and instead of counter, this should be my minutes. Okay, and now we need to start counting the hours. So same thing with hours. You can just go ahead and copy this one right here. And before we do that, we need to test first if it's working, just to make sure, guys. So start. Okay, it's slow. We can't wait that long. So for the meantime, I'm gonna put this to 100 so that it will be faster. Just wanna see that the minutes is incrementing right over here. So start. Okay, is it fast enough? I think, yeah, I think I can wait for that. There you go. See, it's incrementing already. When this one reaches 59, there you go. So we got it. Yay. All right, cool. So we can now start working with the hours. My hours right over here, same concept. Display hours, the hours, display hours here, and we only have 24 hours. If it's greater than 23, we just want to stop. Okay, so my timer, clear. We need to clear the interval for our timer. So basically it will just stop. Maybe we can display something. We could say 24 right here. So it will end this 24:00:00. Okay, that's what. So basically it should be 24 and 59:59, right? And you can continue after this. You can continue. You can make a day right over here, and then add another HTML element, this one right over here. It should look like that. But in this video we're gonna be only working a 24-hour timer. Okay, and then we're gonna be stopping that when it reaches 24. That's our program. Okay, so now this is supposed to be my hours. Okay, so anyway, so minute, just double checking that if minutes reaches 59, the hours should start counting. It should display this, and if the hours is greater than 9, it should display this. Alright, I think we're good. I believe so. Okay, so we don't want to wait a long time to see if this one's incrementing, so I'm going to set the counter, let's say 55, and then the minutes, let's start with 59, so that after that it should increment this part right here. Alright, maybe let's make the hours 10. Let's start. So we have initialized our variables to have to contain this value. So for the hours should start 10 here. For the minutes should start 59, because we wanted to test if this would work, especially the hours. We cannot start from 0, so we're gonna be waiting for a long time. So let's go ahead and let's see how it works. Yeah, start. There you go. It was moving too fast. Let's make it 500. That's half of a second. Okay. Shoot, there you go. It works, right? Did you see that? I'll put it to 1 second. Okay, maybe I'll put this to 51, so we will notice the changes. I want to see if the hours would work if this one reaches 60 or 15 or more than 59. So that means it should display 00, right? Because it's 59. There's no 60 in a clock. So let's start. There you go. 3, 4. This should turn to 00, and this one should turn 11. 8, 9. There you go. Did you see that? All right. Cool, right? So yeah, I think we got it. So that's 17 minutes, almost 20 minutes. Oh my goodness, I thought it was just... Anyway, yeah, I think that's it, guys. So oh, we still have stop and reset. Let's do that quickly. I can say stop. What is our variable for stop? Let's do this quickly, guys. Stop button, add event listener, click. This one is easy. We can just say when we click this stop, we can just clear the interval, and then for the timer, okay, my timer. All right, we could say when we click we should initialize stop button that disabled equals true, because when we start the program this should be disabled because there's nothing to stop, right? But when we click start, this should be enabled. Okay, when we click start, the stop button should be enabled. So disabled, false. That means it's enabled. And then when we click stop, the start button should be enabled. Okay, disabled, true. Okay, should be false. All right. A little bit confusing right there. Let's see if that's what we mean. So start, okay, and then stop. Yeah, it stopped. Okay, so when we stop, we can also say start button that disabled. Maybe let's set it to true. Okay, and we can now, since we already know that it's working, we can now initialize our value to 0, everything to 0. Our program is almost complete. Okay, when you okay, initialize, the first button is not enabled. You click start. This, okay, we want the start to be disabled also when we click it. Okay, start button disabled goes true. All right, so start, there you go, it's disabled, as you can see. And then when we click stop, our start button should be enabled. All right, start, okay, should start counting. When you say stop, okay, when you say stop, the stop button should be disabled. All right, do it again. Start, should start counting. When we click stop, okay, disabled. And then we click start again, it will start counting again. And our reset, the last one, it's very easy. Reset button that add event listener. Okay, click function. Okay, you can just initialize everything. That's the reset, right? Can just copy everything here, I believe. Yeah, these are all our variables that makes the timer work. Of course, we have to get rid of this let because they're already declared. We're just setting the value when we click the reset button. Okay, and of course we also wanted to clear the HTML back to 0, all of them. This is for display hours and minutes, and then the seconds. This is for the minutes, this is for the seconds. And of course we also wanted to clear the interval when we reset it. That's what I mean by reset, putting back everything to 0, clear the HTML, and stopping the timer. All right, so let's see. Start, okay, stop, start, and then reset. Okay, of course when we click reset, we want to make sure that the start button that disabled should be false, right? Okay, start, stop, start, reset. Okay, now we can start again. All right, there you go, guys. So you can just copy the code. So it's right over here. I'm gonna scroll down slowly. Okay, you can pause the video if you want. All right, there you go. Those are the codes. So we are now able to complete the program. All right, that took quite a long time, 23 minutes, but thank you guys, and I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for watching, guys. Until next time, like, subscribe, and share this video. Peace and keep safe.